Hey guys, it's River Dave. It's 2022. We're down here at Superior Fiberglass. I'm standing here with Steve Panter, excuse me. And Steve does really extreme and exclusive restorations of V-drives and jet boats that we're going to get into in a little bit. But the general business, Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Here in Lake Havasu, what we do is anything structural, cosmetic, custom on your boat, really, and specializing in like higher end jets and V-drives, but also do like your outdrive stuff as well. Anything insurance, structural, cosmetic, all of it.
So if you need your keel repaired from beaching it too much, if you get in a boat accident, somebody hits your swim step, they can fix any of those type of gel issues. On top of that, Steve does a lot of custom tooling. So if you wanted a new swim step made, if you want a custom engine hatch made, we're going to go over to a Vector here in a little bit where you're going to see an actual custom one-off engine hatch that he's building for it. And now we're going to talk a little bit about his passion, because we happen to be standing in front of this beautiful TPR right here. This particular boat was completely externally re-gelled. It was capped. And you mentioned it earlier when we were bullshitting, but you said you like to make gel look like paint.
Yeah, that's kind of like my goal, trying to like change the game in the gel coat stuff, and trying to make it as most look like candy paint as I can with the gel coat product that we have.
So there's a lot of pearls, a lot of metal flake, and we're going to shoot the B-roll of this right now, which I think you're absolutely going to love it. We'll walk through and talk about the boat as well. But the gel on this boat is simply amazing. To believe that this was done externally it's almost hard to believe looking at it. It just glows in the sun. There's all sorts of faded stuff up in the deck here. It's really, really cool. Take us through the boat real quick. This thing's a bit of a runner, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's 19 TPR. Obviously, when I was growing up, like Billy B and those guys were like the coolest, and they always had the baddest stuff and the cooler paint jobs. So that's kind of what I tend to like base my stuff around. But anyways, it's I think this one's a 468 Chevrolet AFR heads, alcohol. I'm not really the motor guy, but that's what I know about this motor. I know the boat runs well into like 115s, and that's where we're at with this one.
It's just beautiful. It's on this little dolly trailer, and it's just a prototypical river hot rod / drag boat.
Yep. And
now what's behind you here?
Oh, this is, I think, a Spitfire. It is a Spitfire circle boat. Totally different world there. It's a V-drive. And that's actually here for Spike, my partner here that we shared a building with. He does a lot of like fuel system tuning. That's what he specializes in. So that's why this one's here, but awesome boat there as well.
So to talk about that for a second, you and Spike over at Gore Fuel Systems, you guys are kind of in the same area here, so you guys kind of send work back and forth. And
absolutely, into the same stuff. And once again, super blessed that Spike's one of my good buddies, and then we ended up getting to share a building together, and it's awesome.
So you're both highly passionate about small, huge horsepower, jet, V-drive, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't end there, so we're going to walk down here in just a minute, and we're going to check out what he did to this wakeboard boat. And it wasn't just a couple of fixes here and there, he actually changed the whole boat, so we're going to get into that next. All right, guys, so I walked over to this Malibu, and I was thinking it was in here just to get a couple little things fixed here. And Steve tells me, he goes, no, this is actually a complete redo. So the bottom of this boat actually used to be white, and they changed it to black. They changed the whole gel scheme. This boat used to be white and blue. Now it's blue metallic, black. They changed the graphics, and it's just a really, especially with boat prices being today, if you want to update your boat and make it look like a brand new boat, but you don't want to go spend $180,000 or $250,000 is what some of these things are going for nowadays. Yep. You can pump however much money into this and basically have yourself a new boat, right?
Yep. Doing a lot of that, especially nowadays, a lot of modernization, especially with the older boats that are still good, changing graphics and colors to bring them up to date, so it's going really good. But yeah, this one was a full regel off the trailer, up on stands, bottom was white, graphic change, he wanted it blue flake, and here's what it is. Yes, it's here for a couple little things, stuff that we still need to fix from after upholstery and everything like that, but yep, we're in here for the last little touches, and it goes back to, I think, San Francisco, somewhere in the Bay Area, this one does.
Yeah, so you actually did this for another shop, which is Iguana, right?
Yep, Iguana Marine. Yep.
Yeah, they're a good little shop.
Yep.
All right, well, let's go over next door and check out the next one. So this is a Hallett Vector that's a friend of yours.
Yep.
And this is going to be a complete regel, ground up everything. Obviously you can see where there's lots of sanding going on. But what's kind of cool about this is nobody likes the original Hallett Vector deck lids. And so you're making a custom one-off one, is that right?
Absolutely.
All right, so in the B-roll, or while we're talking here, I'm gonna have Michael film this so you can actually see the kind of shape that they're going for and how it's gonna come down. But you can get a little bit of an idea of it right here. It's gonna come taper down like that and flow right back into the back of the boat. But I thought that was kind of cool that you're tooling that from scratch and it's going to be a one-off project.
Absolutely.
We're going to run inside and check out some of the Chiatas and some of the other stuff, or you want to check out you got a little Gale Banks deal over here.
Let's go check her out. Yeah.
Let's go check it out. All right, guys, so we're standing here in front of the Sleek Craft Rebel, and what I liked about it, it's got a pretty cool Gale Banks twin turbo setup on it that's usually under the hatch. I'm a big fan of those old kits. But Steve, tell us a little bit about what you did on this boat.
This one was just in here for some insurance work. Hit a roller and then had some miscellaneous stress cracks, all through it. The deck had a bunch of fading in it. The white was kind of yellowed out. So what we went and did was just regel the whole thing. Matched all the colors, the blends, the fades, and here's what it is. It needs a wipe down, obviously.
Yeah, it's just coming out of gel. Obviously, you can just tell that you're wet sanding it, but the colors are bright and it looks like a 2022 new boat, even though it's an old boat, right?
Absolutely, that's the plan, that's the idea.
It's a pretty cool little boat so far. In the background here, we got a 150 mile an hour Daytona, is that right?
Yeah, it's another one of our good buddies, good customer, Chris. Yeah, he races, QE I think, and he's doing real good. This boat runs 140 mile an hour, damn near 150, and it's not even on full kill. So it's in here for. We did the bottom, we did some gel coat work, spike rigged it, motor, all the pump set up, and it's in here for a wing because it's going so fast.
If you guys aren't catching the theme yet, there's a lot of fast shit around here.
Yeah. So. It's going fast enough. It's here for a wing so it don't blow over backwards.
Nice. Yeah. All right, we're going to run inside and check out some of the other projects. Okay, so continuing our little tour here, this is a 97 Essex that actually came in. This is a full regel, which surprised me because you can see in between the lines here, Michael will show it up close, but this is a full splatter all the way around, and what's really cool is it's smooth. So there's no like big lines, typically when you do external gels, you get these big giant crossover lines on the tape lines, but this is perfectly smooth. It's got a really nice kind of a splatter paint inside the gel, both here and here. And it's just a customer that, the option is sell the boat and go buy another, this boat's $80, $90, $100,000 nowadays, or you put 14, 15 into it and you got yourself a brand new hull, So that's kind of a cool story. And this particular one right behind me is a blower motor Howard. And it was an insurance job. A large portion of it was gone. And now, as you can tell, back to new again. So that's one of the cool things about boats, especially in Arizona. You can pretty much fix anything.
Absolutely.
It's not like a car where they have like salvage titles or anything like that. If it's broken, it's fiberglass. You can fix it and it is as good as new when you're done. So thought that was two cool things. We're gonna run inside, check out a 22 step deck and a few other hot rods we got going on around here. All right, guys, so this is a 22 Daytona. This actually came in for a half cap and a new rub rail. And one of the cool things about these older 22 Daytonas, they got a nice brake right here. So it looks bitchin' when they're capped. So if you got an older Daytona and you want to make it updated and you don't want to break the bank doing it, this is a real easy way to do that. And it modernizes the boat. This thing is a 10 out of 10 on the gel. I'll let Michael shoot the B-roll here, but this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Over here, we got a Connolly. I actually thought it was a full regel when I walked up, but they're just going through and touching up certain colors and sharpening up some lines. And we're watching this in real time. They were literally pulling the pin lines off this thing when I walked up about 15 minutes ago. So there is gel coat in real time there, and this is live. Most of you guys know the GN7. This boat is legendary. It's been around forever. Steve, why are you guys working on the Rusher? What are you doing to this?
GN7's in here for a whole new life. New regel, inside's getting done, new tanks. Tank it, did some tanks at John over there, did a beautiful job. We're getting those mounted up, new balsa floors. It was a capsule boat, so there's some stringer stuff from where they notched it out we're gonna fix. Everything, and this one's gonna be back to life and on the water racing here super soon. Scotty Letters Lines Designs did an awesome job with the lettering too, and always too with the AZ numbers and CF numbers he can take care of you on. But this is another one I can't wait to see get done. I've been here a little bit longer, but it's one of them deals.
All right, guys, so we went through some of the boats here. We didn't go through all of them because it would take all day, but I think you guys get the general point. They can do pretty much anything from keel repairs to scratches, full-fledged accidents where half the boat's missing, they can fix them. And if you want custom stuff, like that Vector deck lid over there, if you want something kind of unique and one-off, they're happy to do that for you too. Steve, where are you guys located?
1969 Commander.
And what's the phone number down here?
928-732-9736.
Give him a call, tell him River Dave sent you.